I am beyond blessed to say in 10 days, I'll be flying out to the States to go run Boston Marathon. And then I will fly back to England to run London Marathon. April 21st is Boston. April 27th is then London. This is beyond incredible. Beyond incredible. So the Aubrey you were listening to is doing the intro, whereas this one has just finished the workout I'm doing today. But I'm also going to tell you the other side of the video. I'm going to throw it back to the first Aubrey to tell you why this video is important and why you're needed. And then I'll come back to talk to you a little bit. 5,000 pounds. 5,000 pounds is what I need. I'll explain why in a second, and I want to explain how you can help. But I need 5,000 pounds, not for me. Anyway, let's talk about today's workout. I've got 30 minutes running easy and some strides to finish up the workout. This will be the first time I'm doing strides within this block, and that kind of tells you we're nearing race day. So this video is not sponsored, and it's not sponsored by a channel that touched my heart this week, a channel called The Journey of Lee. It touched my heart because he's lost this fire for running, and I fully understand him. And I wanted to comfort him and let him know that actually he doesn't need to announce to us that his YouTube channel is changing focus, is changing tact. Lee, bro, do what you need to do. Do what makes you happy. And I'm proud of you for just making that decision and making this YouTube thing work for you and not everyone else. Hey, so at this point, normally, YouTubers get you to subscribe to the channel. They tell you to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, right? Not this time. I'm asking for £1 or £5 to my charity. There's a link in the description of this video to a charity called Hourglass. Please, if you can, give. Give what you can. It'll be really, really cool. Thank you. Shoe of the day, Primex Strung, the originals. These are the original Primex Strung from Adidas. Anyway, I'm gonna get the camera a little closer so I can tell you exactly why I need 5,000 pounds. Let me just get this shoe on so I don't get my socks dirty. 5,000 pounds, here is why. Okay, so for those that are 65 years old or over, right? 1 in 6 of those people will face abuse. Now that could be physical, it could be mental. In my line of work, I work in financial services, it could be financial abuse. The most scary one for me, sometimes that abuse can even be sexual, right? So there's an organization called Hourglass, and their primary focus is making sure such abuse to that population is dealt with. Now, why is that relevant to me and why should you help? Okay, so growing up, I saw my dad as this indestructible juggernaut superhero. As he gets older, I start to recognize that his juggernautness, indestructibleness, slowly fades to vulnerability. Don't get me wrong, my guy is still a powerhouse, but the thought of it, just the thought of it, that he's gonna need to be protected scares me. It literally scares me because I've grown up seeing this man being the superhero who's looked after 6 children. Anyway, I say all of that to say, the person that is the 1 in 6 could be your dad. It could be your mom. And I know, looking at the analytics of my channel, it actually could be you. And so I want you to just think about it. There's an organization called Hourglass, and they combat abuse to that population. I've decided that my efforts from now until I've run London, Boston, will be for the benefit of Hourglass. And continuing with my stupid audacity, I'm trying to raise 5,000 pounds. 5,000 pounds. Looking at my channel, I've got 21,000 subscribers. It's doable. A lot of people have supported as well from the channel, from my Instagram, and even people at work are going to be supporting what I'm doing. And I just wanted to kindly ask you, There will be a link in the description of the video to please just help me out. It's an amazing cause, and I know a lot of people will be sort of connecting with the cause, with what Hourglass does, because we do have parents, grandparents. In fact, some of us, it's us. So don't worry if it's £1, if it's $1, if it's £5, if it's £1 million, $1 million, please give what you can. I'm going to talk to you guys about some things that I have found to be toxic and challenging about the sport of running. Now I know I'm normally the happy, positive guy, but I can't present one side and not the other in a balanced way. So I thought I would share with you, since I started running, there have been some things that have been quite abusive, whether inflicted by other people or even just mentally within myself. And I am certain that as I talk through these, maybe some of these will resonate with you. And if they do, my hope is to guard you from these things, or maybe even wake you up to the fact that these things actually happen. I hope you spare me the time. I fully know this video would be of value, especially if you take running seriously from a mental health perspective, that it's the same thing that you feel could be a cure. I've seen times where running has actually done the opposite in terms of harming people's mental health, including my own. So I thought I would share that with you. Let's talk about it. So let's start here. Comparison. Comparison has been one of the worst things I've experienced. I'll give you this example. I went to a running event when I first started running, and I was trying to break 1 hour in the 10K. And I got to the finish line and I did it. The person that came second at that running event was in tears. I mean tears, distraught and disappointed in themselves because they didn't achieve what they wanted. They came second. You don't need to know how many runners they are, but they came second. And there's this guy at the very back, super excited. I realized, albeit very late, that I'm chasing something that the day I run and I get second place and I'm still disappointed, it makes a lot of room for disappointment and just toxicity and comparison and just negativity. Between those two people, the person that ran 59 minutes came towards the end versus the person that came second and was in tears, I know who I would rather be. And to be honest, this is why I love this YouTube channel. So I want to encourage you to sometimes look at what it is that you're doing and why. Especially if running is not your profession, you're doing this as just something you love doing. Seriously reconsider what you're doing in terms of running, and that should bring you a sense of joy as opposed to disappointment. Just my view. I recognize that this next point might not necessarily resonate with you. It might just be unique to me because I'm on YouTube and I present to you me, okay? Now, I'm just a guy. I work full-time. I support a family. This running thing is just what I like doing. I just like doing it. I'm not trying to be a professional or anything. I'm not trying to break that PR. I'm not anything that should be anyone's standard when it comes to my running. However, when people come to my YouTube channel, they watch a channel like Ben is Running. They will watch the Ford Runner. They will watch Ekofuzi. They will watch a Philly Bowden. So when they watch all of those people, then come to my channel, and I seem to just be messing around when I do race vlogs. I seem to be dancing with choirs. I seem to be just vibing. Now, races like Berlin, where I ran with Thomas, races like Boston that's coming up, I'm not out here trying to break a PR, trying to set a world record for anything. I'm just a guy that just likes running. That's it. Then there are people that are trying and running their hardest to get into the same races I've just listed, and they haven't yet. So those people then feel hard done by. Now, whilst I get it, I'll boldly say this. That's nothing to do with me. I go to work and I'm doing the best that I can at work. I've just started a new job. I want to do everything I can at that job, nail it. Okay, so I'm giving extra. I go home and I'm managing my relationship. I'm managing my children. I'm managing life. When I come to do this running thing, bro, just let me do this running thing. If I'm invited, I'll go. If I do a race vlog and I want to dance with a choir, God damn it, I'll dance with a choir. Leave me alone, right? However, I do also empathize with the people that feel that way. Now, how could that relate to you? Well, you might also be judged that, oh, you've been running 2 years, you're not getting fast. I've literally had comments saying, yeah, like this Aubrey guy, man, shouldn't be average now. You should be way. That's not my goal. I'm not trying to get faster. I just want to run, bro. So there's going to be that too. Hey, bro, did you say you had a race? Yeah. Well, how did it go? I went all right, actually. I really enjoyed it. Well, what time did you get? Don't know. What do you mean? Well, you didn't get a PB. You didn't get a PR. A lot of people will have that mindset when it comes to their running. They run hard. They give everything they've got because that's their type of running. So New Balance has this campaign. It said, run your way. And I love the heck out of that campaign. When I run these events, there've been times where I'm running for a time, but that's not what I do here. I just want to go out there and just enjoy my running, and that's it. If I get to travel to a whole different country, a whole different continent, so be it. I'm going to enjoy every second of me being there. There'll be some races I'm pushing, but I want to warn you that you're going to get into this running space. Please don't make every single run. Don't get me wrong, progression is key. Find ways of getting better at what you're doing and try to do the best you can when you've decided to. That's key. Not when someone else does. Don't be pressured. Don't be forced into thinking every single run you need to do a PB. That you've done a racing event, you get back to training for the next one because you want to get faster. That might be what you want. But don't let anyone make you feel that way if you don't. Aubrey, bro, you're only speaking this nonsense because you're not that serious about the sport of running. You're partly right. I'm serious about my mental health. I'm serious about my health physically, mentally. I'm serious about just peace. That's the stuff I'm serious about. You see, running to me is my reason for just being me. I get to come out to places like this and just enjoy myself. Running has taken me to countries that I've never been to. I enjoy it for that. But if you ask me who won the 1500 back in 1962, I don't care about that. I don't have time for that kind of encyclopedia. If you ask me about how to run lactate threshold 2% GTX 5.0, don't care about that. If you ask me about the next race what are my splits? What do I want by 5K? What do I want by, don't care about that. So to an extent, you're right. I'm not that serious about running. I'm serious about the people I've met through running. I'm serious about the community I've built here. I'm serious about the comments that I get saying, actually, you know what, man? Your channel is the first time I related to a runner because you're just like me. You're slow like me. I think a lot of people that disappoint themselves and get in a very bad place are the people that have put all their eggs, everything, into this basket of running. And running then dictates their self-worth. That when they get a PB, that when they don't get a PB, they feel a certain way. That is not someone I would like to be. So you're right. I'm not that serious about running. I'm very serious though about you. I'm very serious about the people that view my channel. I'm very serious about this YouTube channel. I'm very serious about my mental health, my physical health, my relationship with my children that running then allows. So you just might be right. Strava. Strava is, I guess, just a synonym for stats, data, all this kind of stuff, right? It's one of the most toxic places I have found in all of running. Some people will go on there and dig up what somebody else has been doing and analyze whether you're running fast enough. How did you do here? Don't get me wrong, there's kudos, there is people praising you, complimenting and encouraging you for what you're doing. But it's sad though, because sometimes it's one of the most toxic places I've come across. So let me wrap this up here and get going because I got to get home. What was the point in this video? Linking to what I'm running for charity, abuse, just mental health, toxicity. It's important to understand that these things exist and therefore find your way around it. Just to be honest with you, it's taken, if you watch the upload date of this video and the last one, I've been dealing with a lot of things in terms of pressures at work, making sure I'm doing the best there, pressures at home, on this as well, getting ready for the marathon, all of this kind of stuff. So mentally, I just needed to focus on those things because, put frankly, those things come first. And YouTube and running is then, put literally, when I've got free time. So I thought I would just point that out to you and just encourage you to look after your mind and your mental health first, because unless you're doing this thing professionally, chill out and calm down about all this running. There are things that matter. There are things that you definitely should prioritize first. So chill out and let's just enjoy this running thing for what it is. The sport that we love, a community that we've formed, and that's that. All right, I'll see you in a bit.